In this video, I'm sharing the 10 things that I stopped doing that completely transformed my hair. So, what I'm sharing is like my personal journey, what I actually stopped doing. And trust me, some of these things might shock you, but now this is my reality. So, let's dive straight in. The first thing that I stopped, number one, is I stopped letting heat define my hair. So, I remember there was a time I could not imagine my hair without heat. I know I'm not alone in this, like blow dries, flat irons, slick presses, that was me. I could blow dry my hair even sometimes like twice in a month. If I blow dry my hair and after 2 weeks, like, my hair is back to its normal, natural state, I could go back to the salon and blow dry it again. But then, what I didn't realize is this: heat doesn't just style your hair, it is slowly reprograms it. Your strands lose their elasticity, they stop bouncing, back, they become weak, fragile, and lifeless. And then one day, you notice your ends are thinning, your curls aren't curling, and your length is not staying, like your length is not lengthening. And so I made a decision and I gave my hair a break. Not temporarily, but intentionally. I said to myself, I'm going to completely stop using it on my hair. And with time, it's like there is a healing that took place. Now my hair can bounce back, like my hair looks natural, my hair looks healthy. My hair, it's like it has gone back to its original state. So, number two is I stopped using random chemical products on my hair. Okay, for me, if it said growth, I bought it. If it was trading, I tried it. But here is what I did not realize. Not everything that promises growth actually supports your hair. Some products coat your hair without nourishing it. Some disrupt your scalp balance. Some quietly weaken your strands over time. And you are not aware of all that. So, I went back to something simpler. Like, I remember I saw it on YouTube and I told myself, I'm going to start this. I'm going to try this. And what was that? Ayurvedic oils. So, I bought Ayurvedic herbs, several of them, and I started making my own oil. Like I stopped, all those products that I was having, that I was applying on my hair, and I started my own Ayurvedic oil. And this changed everything for me. Now, I was not just applying the product, but now I was actually feeding my hair. So these herbs, they strengthen my hair, the oil is able to penetrate, and the ingredients, they are healing my hair from the roots. And for the first time, like my hair started looking good, like everything started changing. You see? So, number three, I stopped depending on synthetic braids. I have said this is my story and this is what I stopped doing. So I stopped doing synthetic braids on my hair. Protective styles are very powerful, very, but only when they truly protect your hair. So for me, synthetic braids, they were causing that tension, the installation process, a lot of, pulling your scalp and all that. And since now I had started a different journey and I had seen, because I told you guys that I researched before I started this journey, I researched everything. And I said I'm going to put away anything synthetic, and I will be doing my own natural hair. And through that, by doing my own natural hair, I'm able to just do something, use low tension when I am braiding a braid or when I am twisting my hair. And so I started that, and I'm still doing it even up to now. And my hair has completely started thriving. Okay. Number 4, I stopped wearing tight hairstyles. Those tight ponytails, pulling every hair strand, to look so neat. Everything. I stopped pulling my hair. I stopped doing those tight hairstyles. Every time you pull your hair too tight, you are stressing the roots. And over time, that root will give up. So, for me, I chose to be doing loose hairstyles, apply, less tension to my scalp, and more respect my hairline. Guys, before I never used to have hairline, like, okay, it was not completely gone, but it was in that, process of disappearing. So when I stopped doing those tight hairstyles, my hairline is back. My hairline has completely healed, and now my hairline looks different and healthy. Number 5, I stopped using combs the wrong way. Remember, combs aren't the enemy, but how you use them, like ripping through dry hair, forcing knots apart. You are just being impatient, so you are ripping through your hair, you are forcing those knots apart. That's not detangling, and that is damaging. So I stopped doing all that, and I started first finger detangling my hair before I do any combing. So before it was I take down a protective style, or I take down any style that was on my hair, and then immediately I start combing. But now everything has changed. I first take down my style slowly. After I'm done taking down the style, I start first by detangling, and then if I have to use a comb, I use a wide comb when I have already detangled my hair. And so all this has helped with breakage, and like everything has drastically improved. So number 6, I stopped neglecting my wash days. So many people avoid washing their hair, thinking, I'm not washing my hair, so I'm protecting it. But in reality, you are suffocating your scalp. The buildup, the dirt, blocked follicles. So your scalp is like you are suffocating that growth. And so now, for me, sometimes I could go even for just 2 months, without washing my hair, and every time I'm applying products. So I never knew that what is happening is build-up. But then I learned the importance of having a clean scalp, because this scalp, it is the environment where the hair will start growing from. So I started cleansing my scalp. Like, for example, I cleanse my scalp every month, although I do it once. I know we have people who do it weekly. It's okay. After 2 weeks, it's okay, because the goal is to keep a clean scalp. Okay. Number 7, I stopped this belief that my hair cannot grow. Okay. We have this is it like mentality that we black people cannot grow long hair. Like, this one is a belief. Actually, this one is more dangerous than, than what? This one is so dangerous because it is already in your mind. So how are you going to grow your hair when you have this thought that I'm a black person and I cannot grow long hair? So for me, I told you, I did my research. I saw black women who had long and very beautiful natural hair. And so I told myself, Doris, if these women are having long hair and they are black, women, me too, I can have long, healthy, beautiful hair. So I changed my mentality. So that was the first, turning point. Believing in myself, believing that my hair can grow. If other black women are growing their hair long, then me too, I can grow mine. And so I started from there. And you see now, my hair has grown. Number 8, I stopped using cotton to cover my hair. I was this kind of a person, it was not a must for me to cover my hair like when I'm sleeping. So I can just sleep with any protective style without, covering my hair. I was like that. But then I realized it's not even sometimes, this is the reality. That cotton pulls moisture away from your hair and it creates friction. So every night it's like you are losing moisture and you are creating friction slowly. And so I saw the importance of using sleek and satin, bonnets, because that is a material that is going to protect your strands. And so for me, every night, even not every night, even every time I'm at home and I just want, to rest on my bed, let's say I'm just on my phone, I will put on my satin bonnet or my sleek bonnet on, because I have to protect every strand on my hair. Number 9, I stopped being rough with my hair. Every time I ignored split ends, knots, and so what I could do is I could just assume with time they will disappear. With time, the split ends will be gone. But then I realized, these things, I have to trim them. Like, when I leave them on my hair, they are just going to cause more harm. So I learned the importance of trimming your hair when necessary, not trimming your hair every month. So when I get split ends on my hair, I trim. You see? So let me tell you, I once believed that trimming your hair every month makes your hair grow. But then I realized you might be trimming your hair and you are thinking that you're growing that hair, but the case is you are just losing length. So for me, I learned that it is important to trim your hair, but only trim it when necessary. Don't be rough on those split ends, just pulling them. Don't be rough with those, knots by just pulling them. No, just cut them the way they are supposed to be cut. That is, trim them. Okay. Number 10, I stopped overloading my scalp. At one point, my scalp had everything, like every oil, every serum, every cream, every spray. You see, layer after layer. But I was not aware of that. So instead, I thought all these were working for my good. They were giving me growth. But all that is build up, because your scalp doesn't need everything. It only needs the right things. So I started using fewer products, better ingredients, and more consistently, and my scalp finally started responding because I am using the right thing, not overloading my scalp. And those are just the several things that I stopped doing when I started my journey. And now I am here. I have a testimony that after I stopped these few things, my hair has grown and my hair is still growing. So, are you on a hair growth journey? Comment down there below and tell me some of the things that you stopped doing, because remember, we are all different. Because maybe what I stopped doing for you, it is still working. So comment down there below and tell me some of the things that you stopped doing on your hair and your hair started thriving. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe.